afternoon, Muttonistas, and welcome to Southampton. We're now watching the end of the season, warm sunny weather instead of the freezing cold, but City still have a job to do. There are 3 games left, and I reckon we need about 4 or 5 points to ensure Champions League football next season. Southampton have had a very bad season, they're lying bottom. Is this our joker to play? Find out in today's Matchday vlog. Muttonistas, I am not match fit today. I've come down with something, so I'll bring you a little bit of drink, maybe some food, but I'm not going to be necking it down. Now, as for the match itself, well, I don't know. Southampton have equalled Derby's 11-point bottom of the table record. I'm not sure this is going to be necessarily a match where they're going to be on the beach. I think they're going to give it all. It might turn out to be an easy win, I don't know. But one thing I'll say is that those Southampton players, apart from putting themselves maybe in a shop window, will want to make sure they get 12 points. Will they get it today? Well, I hope not. City are on good form, a lot of wins on the bounce, and given that Chelsea, Newcastle, Forest, I think they all have to play each other at some stage. Some of them have to play Liverpool and Arsenal. I think we don't need too many more points, and this is a great opportunity to take 3 of them. Let's go for a drink, Muttonistas. Right, Muttonistas, my pint of Guinness has settled, and I'm pleased to say about half the pub is on it. Only £5.20 a pint, used to paying more than that, so let's hope the quality is good as well. The team news is out, but I'll give you a quick preview and slurp of the Guinness first. Yeah, it's decent actually, pretty good pint. I'll call that a creamer actually, I quite like that. Really surprised to see this in Southampton. It's not really the place you associate with Guinness, but I suppose these days pubs in England are upping up their game. Anyway, on to the team news. So, the team news, Muttonistas. Edison keeps his place in goal, but a lot of tinkering otherwise. Gvardiol and Lewis at fullback, Gvardiol having played a long stretch at centre-back. Diaz and Akanji in the middle, obviously Akanji now fully fit. Bernardo Silva and Kovacic. Phil Foden makes a return. De Bruyne, McAtee and Haaland. I suppose we've got quite a lot now to come off the bench, particularly Doku and Savinho in wide positions, although Savinho has been making a lot of bad decisions. Now, as for the match and Southampton, as I said, I think they'll give it everything, I really do. I think we'll have too much for them, but you never know. The last time I came down here, actually, was a cold winter evening, and we lost 2-0 in the League Cup after a lot of tinkering with Walker trying to play as centre-back, which was hopeless, and a big hole in the middle of the midfield. At the time, it didn't seem like it was going to be that good a season, but we ended up winning the treble. Did Southampton bust the quadruple? Who knows? Anyway, Muttonistas, let's hope that City get it right today. We don't need too many more points to ensure Champions League football, and we have the FA Cup final to look forward to next weekend. Come on, City. Well, Muttonistas, the away entrance doesn't seem to be where I remember it to be. Don't know if we'll be in the same part of the ground. We were behind the goal at the nearest point to where I came in. Maybe it's a bit different. Lots of interesting hospitality options here. Very happy to see that. Looks like they've done a good job here. And I'm sorry I couldn't bring you a food segment. I had a breakfast and this virus or this cold has wiped my appetite out. Anyway, I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping Guardiola hasn't disrespected them with this rather attacking heavy lineup. Come on, City. 24 in and it's been all City. Southampton can't get out, but it's been a slow, laboured build-up again. A lot of balls over to the far post to try and knock something across, which has been our best chance. Is there something weak about Southampton in that area? I don't know. I don't watch them enough. But I feel as if we need to inject a bit of pace into this, even though we don't look like conceding. Half-time, Southampton 0, City 0, and I hope there's more to watch in the second half because that was terrible, that was. I'm going to have hardly any action or footage to show you from that first half because we only had like one chance, and I don't think the goalkeeper, the Southampton keepers, had to make a save. Southampton have tracked back diligently and defended well, but maybe Guardiola thinks we'll grind them down and somebody will make a mistake in the Southampton defence. But we have to show more urgency than this slow pedestrian side-to-side football, and let's hope we can do that. Again, lots of players we can use from the subs bench who could make a difference. Come on, City, we can do better than this. And Doku on from McAtee, who was a bit invisible in the first half. Couldn't work out who Doku had come on for. A substitution I very much agree with. 65 in Muttonistas and it's better, there's more cutting edge, but we still haven't scored. They have every incentive to try and hang on, and they have been defending well. Surely we're going to create that magic opening from somewhere though. Plus probably quite a bit of injury time to come. There's been a lot of head injuries for the Southampton keeper, for example. But it's at this stage you start worrying that the goal isn't going to come, or even worse, some breakaway at the other end is going to do as if, come on City, we can do better than this. Okay, Muttonistas, I usually say pick the bones out of that, except for there were, well, no bones to pick, really. Congratulations to Southampton for getting that 12 points. That means they're not going to be the worst team ever. And they've given us two hard games, they really have. The 1-0 win we had at the Etihad and today. So, what does it do for City? I mean, well, it leaves us still in good shape, but we can't afford another blip like that. I'm at a place called the Overdraft, not too far away from where I did the pre-match pint segment. And here they have my favourite British porter, London Black by Anspach and Hobday. Now, it can't possibly be as good as at the tap room, but a lot of lads are drinking this into form here. Not sure about that, actually. It's quite a good pint, that is. Is it a creamer? Is it an absolute creamer? It's a creamer, I think. It's a creamer. I'd say only just about. And don't forget, it can't be the same as in Bermondsey, and all stouts and porters can be a bit varying. And the other interesting thing here, Muttonistas, is that they do Mexican food, so some fish tacos are on the way. If they come in a timely manner, I'll show you them on the vlog. Anyway, back to the football. And that first half, what an absolute shocker of a half of football that was. I just don't get it. What were we trying to do? All those lofted balls to the far post? Maybe we had a good plan that just wasn't being executed very well. But it was, I don't know how much footage I'm going to show. 30 seconds or something? It was awful. But part of that, of course, was Southampton defending well. Second half, better, more urgency. The introduction of Jeremy Doku made quite a difference, but we still couldn't find the goal. And when the ball dropped kindly for us a couple of times, I saw hesitation when I would have thought the ball would have been smacked into the net. So we need, in my opinion, at least 3 points. 4 should be mathematical given our goal difference. I think 3 is likely to be enough. But we are playing an informed Bournemouth side next, and after that, maybe because Fulham lost at home to Everton, they'll be on the beach. Maybe their European chances have gone up in smoke. We do, of course, have the cup final coming up, and I hope we show a bit more urgency there. This slowing the game down, side to side passing, I mean, I think teams have clocked on that you have to send an extra man over to deal with the wide man to stop those low crosses coming in, and it seems to be effective. So I think we need to have a little rethink there. Okay, I'm not a master tactician, but I can see that when you allow teams to sit back in shape, they're very, very hard to break down. Anyway, Muttonistas, I was a little bit mean about the pint. I think it's definitely a creamer. And what a combination, Mexican food and London Black. Wow, I love them both. I don't know how well they pair, but I'm about to find out because the tacos have arrived. Let's give them a bit of citrus, Muttonistas. And as a Spanish speaker, I know that is good news. Muy picante, very spicy. I'm looking forward to this. And suitably bathed in hot sauce. And I wouldn't recommend hot sauces pre-match. You don't want to have to use the cubicle if you're at a match. Excellent stuff, crispy fish, onions, guacamole, cabbage, really, really good thin tortilla, but not too thin, so that you can actually make a wrap of these crispy fish tacos, and it goes well with the London Black, something I wasn't sure about. Anyway, I'll be in London for the FA Cup final next week, 3 big games left. I think we need to win the cup, obviously, and get at least 4 points from the other 2 games. So I'll see you then. Please remember, as always, to keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, but most of all, Muttonistas, don't forget, you can't beat a bit of mutton.